We have always wanted our own fruit trees. And now that we're down at our new Florida homestead, one of the first things we wanted to get started is our fruit trees and get them in the ground because it takes so long to grow. So I'm making that a high priority. I want to get it in the ground first so it can be getting the job done. So let's talk about our fruit orchard right after we get back from the break. See you in a minute. Well, me and Nancy, we sat down, we talked about several different trees that she likes and some trees that I like. And so we drew out our spacing. I wanted to keep at least 30 feet in between all of my plants, all my trees, so that the canopies don't encroach in on top of each other. I don't want anything to touch. And there's a lot of factors that come into play when you start talking about your fruit orchard. And some of the things that you want to think about is, you know, I wrote them down so I could go make sure that I did it. Here's one that we did for our persimmon tree. You want to know your garden zone, growing zones, you know, and how cold that your tree that you're selecting can tolerate, what it can tolerate, and how big it's going to be when it's fully mature, because you don't want to get them too close to each other. Got to know what kind of sunlight they need, what kind of spacing they need, the rate of growth, are they drought tolerant or not, and what time of the year do they harvest, and how many years it takes for them to bear, and are they self-pollinating or self-fertile. And these are things that I like to know before I make a decision on going and purchasing that tree. Because a lot of trees that you have to have multiple trees. Some of them you have to have different types of trees to go with them to pollinate each other to produce the fruit. So there's a lot of things you need to research before you run out and buy a tree. So we labeled all of our trees, how many we want, what type we want, what time of the year they're pollinating. Some of them do it in the spring, some of them do it in the fall. So I want to make sure that I'm not cross-pollinating things. So I have them separated so they're not pollinating at the same time unless they need to, or in case it doesn't matter if they do. So I wanted to make sure that I had this spaced out, excuse me, to where that we could achieve everything we needed to achieve and be sure that we don't crowd. So that's the layout. And another thing I wanted to incorporate into it was we started out talking about having 3 rows, and we got down here and I don't have enough room to do 3 rows, but I got enough room to do 2. So we changed our mind and we took out that row, and we're just going to make this 2 rows just a little bit longer. So we're going to have 2 rows versus 3. And at the time of the planting, I was also wanting to put my chicken tractors, like here are the chicken tractors, and here's my row of fruit trees. I wanted to be able to take them and work them down around each row of the orchard and let them be fertilizing the ground, and as well as picking up on any fruits that may fall that are, you know, no good, you know, rotten fruit falling off the trees. They enjoy them little treats. And I needed a water source out there. So I've got the water already in place, and we've also taken out this 3rd row. And what we were planning to do with that 3rd row was do a turkey tractor. But since we moved here, we decided we don't want to do a turkey tractor anyway. We're going to do a turkey pen so they can be pastured in quite a large pen. So we don't even need it. Come to find out, we don't even need it. Turns out it's going to be just fine the way it is with 2. So we're real excited. We got 2 rows of 2 rows of trees and our 2 chicken tractors, and everything will be in here just right. So we're going to go out and take a look out in the field where we're going to actually put this. So let's jump on the golf cart and we'll run over there to the south parcel and take a look at the proposed area of where we're going to put our orchard. Let's take a ride. Well, this is the area I was talking about where I want to put our fruit orchard. I want to run two rows like we were talking about, right parallel to this fence line all the way down. And as you can see, I've got a large tree up here I got to rip out and cut out of the way. Seems like everything around here starts with a chainsaw. So we got 7 large trees out here that were damaged by Hurricane Irma, and we've got to get these trees out first. I'm going to get that cleaned up. That will clear the path up here for my fruit trees for Nancy, and so we'll be putting them in right down here. So let's get these trees out the way first. See you in a minute. Well, after some intense chainsaw work and some debris burning, we finally got those nasty old trees that were tore up from Hurricane Irma down. And as you can see, you walk around and take a look with me, you can see that I left some stumps out here because they're very difficult to get out, and the stumps aren't really bothering me and they're not really in my way. I can work around them, and I'm just gonna have to let these things have time to rot down instead of trying to rip them out. I can't get the guy, my backhoe guy, I don't want to try to bring the backhoe way back here. This is the very end of our property back here, and it's a long run back here, and he's got a pretty big machinery. So anyway, if you look down the road here, you can see we really cleaned this out and opened it up. Got a couple, 3 or 4 stumps here I left in as well. I just have to be patient with it. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trees had to come out just in this one spot. They were quite large ones too. And then some more came out down here. That's where the boat shed's gonna go, but we cleaned out this whole end here, so we are now ready to lay out our orchard so we can put in the fruit trees. So let's take a walk down here to the other end, and we'll look back this direction so we can see, you know, the length of the orchard. Follow me. Well, we're up at the other end of it. This is the east end of the plot where I'm going to put the orchard, but I'm going to utilize this area right here all the way down. Some more large trees that had to come out that were hurricane damaged, but we wrestled them out of here. And so that I'm just going to leave that stump just like the rest of them. I'm going to get used to stumps for a while. But anyway, let's get this orchard laid out. I'm going to put in some stakes so I have them set so I know where I want them, so they get the correct amount of sun, and I can hit them with the irrigation, and we'll put them in as we get them. So let's get started on that. Well, we got the orchard laid out. I got 13 spots reserved for fruit trees all the way down. I have plenty of room to run the chicken tractors all the way down and then turn around at the end and come all the way back. So we got plenty of room for them. and we have plenty of room for the trees to cascade out without interfering with each other and becoming leggy. So I have plenty of growing room for them. So we're starting off with 13. We'll add some more later when we want. We got plenty of room for another row if we want. So we'll just do it, play it by ear, and enjoy some canned fruit from our fruit trees right here on the homestead. So if you like our videos and you like watching them, subscribe to our channel, be a part of our YouTube family. We'd love to have you. So until we see you next time, always remember, by his hands we are fed. Give us, Lord, our daily bread. Amen.
Amen. Have a blessed day. Thank you for watching our videos. We love making them. If you like our videos, we ask you to partner with us in our mission by sharing our videos from YouTube and post from Facebook to all social medias. It really inspires and encourages us. Some great places to share is Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Please like if you like this video, subscribe, click the notification button so you never miss another video. Click below for products we used in the videos, and you could also partner with us without spending a penny. We welcome your encouraging comments, prayers, and questions. And thank you for watching and sharing our videos and posts. Have a blessed day.